Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of landscaping on my farm. So as you can see, I've already racked up my $11 million to buy some land, and I am going to be doing a little bit of landscaping. So I needed 11 million because one of my fields that I want to buy is $6 million. So we're going to start with that first. We're going to hit our options button. And as we can see, we got all the different fields here, right? And this is Dahl Ranch, so you may have different map. It's fine. This is the one I want to use because I figure it's a really cool map, nice and square for the most part. So what we're going to do first is hit L3. Okay, so now everything's gone to your conventional browns, and you can see my little circle, um, right where it's blinking green. Oh, that is where I'm at right now. So I want to buy that piece first, where the house is. So in order to do that, I'm going to click R3. Now you see that's highlighted, and I do want to buy that because I believe it's got the sheep barn. So it's essential to me that I have that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit square, and it'll ask if I want to buy it for 413,000. Yes, I absolutely do. Now it's highlighted in green. So my cow barn is there, and I do want to buy that one as well. So I am going to also hit square and 383,000. So we have those. Now, those are the major areas I wanted to develop. I do also want to buy one big field for harvesting, but before I do that, I want to see what's growing on them. Now, as you can see, field number 4 is full of cotton, and I have no intentions of harvesting the cotton, so I'm not going to be buying the field at this time. Field number 2 has barley on it, which is fine. I could probably deal with that. And field number 1 has wheat, and field number 3 has oats. So those are all fine. I can do them all with the same combine. And this way I only need to buy one combine at this time. So I'm going to set them to work, and then I'm going to get moving along, and what I'm going to be doing is some of these driveways are just tiny little dirt paths, and I want to make them into a gravel driveway. It'll, just spruce up the place a little better. It'll make it look a little nicer. And I am also thinking perhaps somewhere, and I don't know where yet, I want to have a pig barn as well as a chicken coop. So I might place it somewhere here and then have my chicken coop in the center. Perhaps, maybe I'll have it over here. I don't know for sure. But I want to have all my animals sort of off in one area. I guess the fencing around is going to tell me a lot, because I know that this area up here, this triangle, is all fenced in. So here's to hoping that we can still find place for it. So we'll use, oh shoot, what should I say? Let's buy field number 1. We can buy that for 336. Field number 3, we can buy that for 674,000. That's expensive. And this one for 635. So that'll do for now. I don't believe I need any more right now. I'm gonna probably hire some workers to do some work for me while I'm busy. This pond you can't buy, and that you can't buy. Oh, you can buy around the store, but I am not interested at this time in that. So that being said, I should see how far along everything is. If we check out our growth, it looks like 1, 2, 3, all 3 fields are ready for harvest. So our first order of business is going to be getting a combine. Alright, we're back. We have our truck parked, and we also have the combine going. So that's all good. Now, what we were after was getting some of our roads here graveled. Because, yeah, the dirt just does look a little bit cheap, and I think we can do a little bit better with that. So I think we're going to start by this big roundabout. I have a feeling we're going to want to, come on, where's my English? We're going to want to chip and tar or gravel it or something. So what I'm doing is basically putting splotches in. I hope this will come out all right. But one thing I do know is that around this silo, because I know that's where most of my grain is going to be stored, I'm going to be putting a very big bunker there. So for that, I'm going to be changing the shape of my brush. Right now I've just got the round, as you can see, and I'm just going to continue to fill this in while you guys are hopefully almost a little bit entertained by it. It's just, yeah, the most basic paint job you've seen. But now, see with this one, it's a little bit tricky. I like that it's following grid because it allows me to keep things snapped nice and tight. So we can go like that, and then we can snap it like that. Let me just get a peek at that. Boom. So as you can see, I'm very quickly making a big old parking lot this way. And that's exactly what I wanted, because I'm going to have a lot of grain bins here, and let's face it, it's going to look a little bit silly if we have a bunch of, yeah, if there's a bunch of grass by your grain bins, it just never looks quite as nice. All in all, though, this map is great. I really do enjoy playing on it so far. I think that there's going to be lots of enjoyable times playing on this map, and I think I'm actually going to cancel all of that out and square this off. That's what I'm feeling like. There we are. That way when the truck pulls in, it has a little more room. And we're going to square this off too. Oh, shoot, went a little bit too far. Now the thing is, it costs you every time you dab this thing, so you do want to be sure where you're heading with it. Otherwise you end up with regrets like I just had there. So there's that. Alright, as promised, you guys can see I do have most of the area all graveled in now. There's some areas where I did not, like these right here, where I wasn't sure why I needed those. It looks like there used to be buildings there at some point. I can gravel them in later. There's also a point right there. And around these animal pens, I also didn't. But I did go over, if you see my cattle barn, and I did gravel most of this. It's got the silage bunkers as well. In my mind, that would keep things a lot cleaner. I only went up to the gate here because the rest of it's behind a field. An interesting thing, though, this little section here, I was not allowed to gravel because I didn't own the land apparently. I guess it belongs as part of this pond, perhaps. So I'm not sure what the deal was, but that's only a little strip. So I do have everything graveled in proper. I didn't want to go with the gravel far beyond here because that goes just straight into another field. So that was alright. And so now, I guess I'm going to place some buildings down. So I definitely don't want the doghouse. I don't need that per se. So we have a couple different options here. So we have a chicken stable with feed silo, we have laying hen house. So there's a couple different options here. Um, Maybe I'll start at the hen house. Let's just have a look and see what it looks like. Now, if I just look at the way that this is laid out, I do see that there's a little silo somewhere on the bottom side, and so I know I need to drive up to that. So something, I don't really want it back in there. That's not going to be doing me any good. Although perhaps something like this might work in my favor. Let's try that. I think that should work. So I'll buy that. There we are. Perfect. I like how we have grass in our gravel now. That's kind of a bummer, but that's okay. So that was the laying hen house. Now we're going to get the other chicken coop. And it would appear as though it's got a pad over here. So let me just see how that works out. I still want to remember to have enough room to put all my grain bins where the other one is and be able to drive up to there with a semi. So it just might be in my general interest to swing it this way. Let's see how that looks, if that's pretty well parallel. Maybe back like so. And there we are. So now we should be able to get our grain up against both of those. That's perfect. Moving on. Large pig enclosure. Yes. We do want a pig enclosure, but once again, we're going to have to be careful which... Oh, this snaps to grid. I like that. We need to be careful how we place it so that we can drive around it and grab from every side. So I'm thinking something like that is probably going to be really snazzy. Maybe we'll back it off just a bit and place. Yes, that looks very good. I might change something there, but we'll see. I wonder what this would do. That looks pretty good, actually. I think we'll put that there. Perfect. Well, I think that about does it. So that should do it for that. Well, I think that'll actually do it for this video. I know it's terribly long already, but I really did want to get the landscaping done. And as you guys can see, I've done a whole lot to really make this place nice now. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like. Let me know what you guys thought about the whole thing. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing. It's totally free and painless. All it'll do is just send you an email letting you know whenever a new video comes out, and I'm sure you wanted to know that anyway. So thank you very much for watching. We will hopefully see you on the next episode, and we'll go from there. Awesome. You guys all have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll see you on the next video.